Right, nothing that will...
Use bracket.
We can't just start pushing bracket instead of rod. We've got
Why not?
We've got to build up to it. We've got to establish law. Like, that bracket killed a man.
Bracket is no mad dog killer. He's up to something.
I'm trying to think of a way to turn bracket into Todd.
What?
Because then we can have inanimate carbon rod and bracket.
Oh, I see. Anyway.
Anywho.
I remain resolute. Hang on.
Is that the Doge something Medici over there? Like that is a classical painting. I think I think actually I saw Catherine the Great further along the in fact, it's just
this one seems familiar to me.
Such painting. Wow.
Wait, hang on.
Is that no? Okay.
I thought that was Van Gogh for a second.
I thought George Washington. It's not going to be that painting of George Washington.
Oh, hang on.
And then
That
we've
one
got.
there. That's the Medici guy again.
I recognise that one.
Like I don't know if it is Medici, but I've seen him in EU4.
And this guy over here is Vincent Valentine from Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, let's carry on the way we're going because I think the
Wait, this way?
I think
Yeah,
that was actually
like-
the way before we
yeah.
started.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Before we went on to the gallery.
that might be Andrew Jackson actually.
Andrew Jackson, one of the more insane presidents, his favourite hobby was dueling with pistols.
Yeah, who doesn't like dueling?
I'm the most important person in this country. Have a gun shoot at me, it'll be fine. He's going to be player 3 in my presidential fighting game.
If there's a single brown door right here, did we not check that door?
Okay, no. Look at this. Dear viewers, look at this.
Okay, yeah, from here you can't see it.
Little
There's
church,
not even a sparkly on the door.
churchy pews. Churchy pews. No, this pew is actually a door.
You can only tell when the camera switches, and I don't think we ever saw it from exactly that angle.
A chef was cutting vegetables at the chopping board.
Let's look at this sensitive stereotype.
He was
What do you
struggling
suggest?
and didn't
Italian.
look too happy.
No, I think he's just going to be a mobster.
French.
I think he's going to be Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? In Czech Republic.
Mamma mia, my spaghetti bolognese, that sort of thing.
The vegetables had been badly sliced. What was this guy using? A hammer and chisel? Presentation was obviously not his strong point.
Well, to be fair, look at his big blocky hands. Clearly he is an NPC.
He is clearly chopping his fingers.
thieving hands off my carrots!
Oh, he's Scottish.
Then he doesn't he look like Shrek?
The most...
If you want to keep painting your
Chef.
nails, I suggest you keep your
What?
There's a look over in my direction.
It's either a really bad Scottish accent or a really bad other accent.
Hey, you! What the hell do you think you're doing?
No, that's
Scottish.
Toilets.
Not with my bleach, you don't. Go and get your own bottle. I'm sick of
Wait a second.
picking my stuff.
Sudden backstory.
Okay.
The reason his left hand is so badly modelled is because he cut his actual hand off, and that's a replacement.
Yeah, probably.
So,
So,
I cannot just...
okay, so he is chopping vegetables, he's annoyed, his...
Oh, wait a second, wait a second.
Give him makeup. Oh, yeah.
Use the knife sharpening dealie on him/his knives.
Give it a go.
That's what I'm thinking. And then he'll be in a better mood, and more likely... There we go. More likely to let us have his stuff.
Decided against it.
Did you try and use the...
I tried to
Try-
sharpen the carrots.
Try just give it.
Yeah, don't sharpen the carrots.
Hi there. Do you have a moment?
A moment. Well now, let me think.
I think
A 50
I may have to,
cook for 50
like,
fat
raise a
guys.
flag by talking to him with...
Pudding, I might add. Plus
With
one
pudding, I
vegan
might add.
speciality de la maison for Madame Pet.
Now she's... Okay,
Plus one
we know she is
probiotic
vegan.
will send your sensitive skin to I've got no
I appreciate-
Or she just doesn't trust the meat in Eastern Europe.
I appreciate seeing your sensitive skin.
Do I have a moment? No, woman, I do not have a flaming moment. Just get out of my kitchen.
Scottish is a good accent for shouting in.
Would be.
Incidentally.
No. Who the hell
Sorry?
are you
It would be
anyway?
if it was a good accent.
Well- No.
Son?
What are you doing, man?
Pathetic
Like, a good Scottish accent is good for shouting in.
Yes.
I don't know why this is. Like,
Well, change it.
you're better at linguistics than most of Stonehenge. How comes it some accents are good for being romantic in or for shouting in?
Could you make use of
Of
these?
the dish of
I don't know. It is entirely cultural. Just which ones are thought to sound. Yeah, I mean,
I find the Russian accent fairly hot.
like that's common, and a lot of it is how the cultures are portrayed, and then it kind of
No
gets
thanks.
as a corollary onto the corollary onto the accent.
Maybe because I like big muscly women.
Just one more question.
You just like Zarya.
I love
So-
Zarya.
Who doesn't like Zarya? But anyway,
We all agreed. We like Zarya.
I must remember.
Look at the red line on the audio.
Yeah.
That's why we don't slap our knees when we tell good jokes.
We slap them.
okay. So you give him a knife sharp knee.
Quick, while he's
and-
distracted.
Oh, no, he can't see or steal the bleach.
Now that the chef wasn't
But
watching.
yeah.
Oh, that... We are the worst protagonists.
Couldn't you just said, I will give you this sharpening stone if you give me this bleach?
Not even that. Now the chef's in a better mood. Have the bleach. Clean those toilets, Susan. But no, we have to steal it.
Yep. We're a protagonist.
We are the Roman Reigns of adventure games.
Roman
Got him.
Reigns confirmed for Undertaker. Push
Got
it, yo.
Gotta make Nico look strong. Anyway. Yeah, no, as I don't know any particular rules about what. But as I said, it's like there's a Korean YouTuber guy that does like kind of talks about the different accents of English
Yeah.
because he was a student over here, and his favourite accent is Scouse, which for most people in Britain is not the favourite accent.
When we did what was it, accent and dialect at A2 level English, we looked at the studies and the Liverpool accent is consistently rated the lowest, if not it's down there,
Yeah.
as far as the English are concerned. And I don't know if that is cultural representations of people from Liverpool.
A lot of it
or-
is, well, I grew up in Manchester,
I
Okay.
found a door.
and
It was
you're
locked.
going through the wrong door.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's down
And
this
there
maze
is-
of corridors.
So, well, yeah, so I grew up with Liverpool United is the worst football team, and anyone who supports them are inherently, well, wrong, evil, scum, whatever you like.
yeah,
And so, you know, where you have, and then, you know, there's the general pop culture stereotype. It's like, you know, the Liverpudlian jokes. Like there's the one where God's going somewhere and he wants to know where he is, so he sticks his hand out the window and he feels a lot of hot sand and he's like, oh, I'm over the Sahara. He puts his hand down out of a cloud and it's in a big pile of snow. He's like, oh, I'm in the Arctic. And then he puts his hand down and he's like, Liverpool. It's like, well, how do you know you're in Liverpool? Someone just nicked me watch. And that's, I mean, that is the stereotype of Liverpool, so it's not, so yeah, it's, I'm not sure to what degree the accent
I
takes
hope it
on
will
the
reach the
negative
week long.
stereotypes
Yeah.
of the places
Well,
the
'cause-
accent of. But
The bleach
yeah.
was strong.
I mean, I know there's no like hard and fast
It
rules
almost
that like
instantly.
whatever soft J's make an accent funny. For example, I don't know. I just know that inherently a lot of people think, oh, German is a good language for shouting in.
Well, yeah, well, there is a lot of things like that of
The
where
bleach
what the
stripped the colour
profile
from the
of the
bottle.
thing is. If you've got a lot of hard
I was
consonants,
lucky it hadn't dissolved the
that's
whole
good. I
way.
mean, it's like I think one of the things that people rate as unattractive about Liverpudlian is the K sounds, which is actually one of the things that the Korean YouTube guy really liked,
Yeah.
actually. But yeah, like, you know, Buch, because the K is
Yeah.
aspirated, I think. I don't know.
One of my colleagues has an accent that is halfway between Stoke and Liverpool.
Stoke is already basically Liverpool.
So it's like Buch.
yeah, that's
it's
what
like,
that's just Stoke.
Ah, fair enough. I also have someone whose accent is... Oh, where is she now? Liverpool, London, and Brazil.
Oi.
She has a great accent.
Yeah.
Perfectly dry now.
She would
What
smell
kind of
so
a...
strong of bleach.
What kind of a wig has a chin strap? What kind of chin strap is not immediately noticeable?
See, I didn't think that was supposed to... I thought that was a graphics thing.
It might be a graphics thing, like the little
Like
bit under her chin.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that when she moved her head, it either clipped through...
Okay.
Or there was a gap that you could see the wig through from the other side.
So now I am free to roam around as I please.
Roman Reigns.
And hopefully not get shot.
Okay.
I like that little chuckle. Is some garbage on the way?
Ah,
Hey, who's there?
there we go. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Immediately found by a guard.
Thus rendering the previous 20 minutes entirely useless.
We don't... Well, basically it's a
Oh,
loading
yeah.
screen, so what happens after the loading screen could be... Go back to Nico, and Nico's like... Yes, it is I, Petra. And he's like, ah, yes, I've seen you from far away. Hello. I didn't know you were French.
What I would do, and what a lot of design game adventure games have done... I know Monkey Island has a couple. I think Grim Fandango has a couple. I would now be Nico having to bluff that I am this bizarre Russian assassin.
I can only assume that we're going to switch back to that, seeing as now we're George on the roof, so...
Yes. Time to crate, like 10 seconds.
Not even that. But yeah, so, as I say, I know little bits and pieces about linguistics. I don't know nearly enough to know,
Yeah, okay.
that.
Locked. Maybe from the other
A
side.
lot of it's personal preference, and it's like...
Well, I mean, my personal preference, and it could be because I'm studying and learning it, I find that Japanese is good for both, bizarrely.
Good for both what?
You can say it and it sounds kind of romantic, or you can shout it and it sounds like just hell is coming. Why can I not?
Well, as I say, it's like literally... I honestly don't... I think there's some language just like the sound profiles of it work really well for X.
Yeah.
Like German works unbelievably well for rap. Because the sounds of it
Okay.
with the... It's weird. It's like you got a lot of hard consonants, but you got a lot of variety in the consonants, and you got the ch, and you got a sh as well, and ch, and just as standard sounds.
Yeah.
And it just works really well for making, just a sequence of nice phonemes.
Locked. Maybe from
Sound
the other
kind of
side.
good. It's locked.
I hope I didn't come up here for nothing. Okay, no, we have balconies to wander along and do. Okay.
There's only so much you can do with a gargoyle, so...
Okay.
There is another question I had for you, vaguely regarding language. At what point does a language, stop? Like, Latin, for example, is classed as an extinct language, but we still use it, like aquarium, terrarium, whatever, but it's not the thing that stuff is taught in.
Well, yeah.
So,
Needs must if the
What's
devil
your
drives.
question?
well, at what point did, okay, Latin, extinct now, but there's
Well-
still people who speak it.
Well,
Presumably.
but no, it's not a living language, as it were. It's learned as a liturgical language. It's learned solely for the purpose of teaching in the church. And it's been basically in the mid-6th century
Can't you
in
drop down there,
France. The common people
Probably.
spoke what's called you get right. This is as complex a question as saying, when did a particular species go extinct? When the species has living descendants.
Okay.
It's like languages much the same way as
Wait.
they change over time. So as Latin, you get the Gallo-Romance ones, you get the Occitan ones, you get the Italian ones. You get the you got Gallo-Romance, Gallo-Italian, Gallo-Sardinian. No, Italo-Sardinian and Iberian are the ones that I can remember.
Yeah.
And Romanian is another one over there.
Well, I mean,
But so basically, you had all of them speaking. But Latin isn't even like one thing. You've got Vulgar Latin, you've got Classical Latin. There's Latin how it's written and Latin how it was spoken by the people speaking it, and they aren't exactly the same. Vulgar Latin split off into a bunch of different spoken things. Classical Latin stayed Classical Latin, but as it was used liturgically, it was maintained as it was, and then you have it used as a scholarly language as well, where it is just used to express scholarly ideas, and it's not spoken as a vernacular. Living languages are spoken as a vernacular. It's used by people in their day-to-day lives, not, for a specific non-living purpose, because everyone who spoke Latin as liturgical language, as a scholarly language, they had their birth language, which was their first language. They were able to speak Latin, but they learned it.
Okay. Well, I mean, to expand on a point you've made, a point that I've heard a lot with, the question, why are there still monkeys, from people who don't get evolution?
Yeah.
I've heard Latin used as a good explanation from that. There was no point a Latin-speaking person gave birth to a Spanish-speaking person.
Yeah.
It changed.
Yeah,
it's
a slow and gradual change. You get phonetic changes, vocabulary changes. It's like where you look at all of the... If you look at... Assassin's Creed. If you look at all of the Romance languages and how they say the, and how Latin, I don't believe has a specific word for the, but it does have a word which is illa, which is ILLA, and it means like there, or it's like a kind of like a defining thing.
Yeah.
But it's not used in the same way that the is used for ing. I don't know. I don't speak Latin, but so you get some languages where they took that word and took il, and I think that's what became the Spanish el. And in a startling coincidence, it happens to be the same as the definite particle el that you get in some varieties of Arabic. So I think Arabic has el and al, and they both mean the same thing. And it's
so going from that, French bases itself on la.
Yeah, on the second half of that word, you get la, and Italian as well. Of course, this is a thing where you talk about French, Spanish, Italian. There aren't those three languages. None of them exist as such. What you have is Castilian, which is the dialectical descendant of the kind of Spanish that's spoken there, with additions and like words and stuff from Mozarabic, I think, which is the particular variety of Arabic that was spoken in Iberia when they came in with their invasions. So Umayyads, I think, Almohads.
This should be a really simple puzzle, but
But yeah, and so with French, again, there's French as a name that's named after the Franks, who didn't speak any Latin Romance language at all. They spoke a Germanic language, and then
I got it. I think.
Hey, push it in the corner. Yeah, but what's called French, what's standard French, is basically the French is one of the langue duale. Because basically in Middle Ages, Dante of Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
Dante.
First example of self-insertion fanfiction.
He wrote a thing, and he's talking about the different Romance languages, and he defines them as the langue duale, langue d'oc, and langue de C or something.
Yeah.
Which is the land where they say "oi" or "oui." The land where they say "hoc," which also means yes, but it comes from "hoc," which is Latin for is, I think.
Tangentially, would this be related to the Scottish "och I"?
Not in.
Or is that just
"och" means "och" is "o."
Okay.
It's literally just, it's the same as English. Well, English.
Going, oh yeah!
Yeah, it literally means, oh yes.
Are you okay there, Conor?
You two are very boring.
You've been silent for a couple of episodes now. Conor is still here, everyone.
Well, I like linguistics.
No, this is us doing Broken Sword. I like learning stuff. And there's not a lot of gameplay to comment on, so
Yeah.
let's talk
Yeah,
languages.
there's nothing happening in the game, so...